meeting. Okay, because I didn't put us live on YouTube. I don't know, is starting? Recording? Yes, I think it is. So just a quick explain about how TNT works for those who would be watching us. So TNT is a community for all English level speakers. And the live conversation meetings are not regular classes. We are not here to teach you anything, to correct you. There's no material, there's no homework, but we are here to speak and practice together in order to develop confidence and achieve fluence, right? So now I would split, oh, sorry, there's other different groups of studies of different levels and different languages such as Italian, Spanish, and French as well. And if you need wants to know more details, just go for our website talkandtalk.com.br. Okay, so it's just us. Maybe I think that it's not necessary to split us, right? We can start just with us, the whole group. Maybe we could, before we get to the questions, we could present ourselves, because I don't know, I just know Charles and Claudio, but let me see. Gabriele, could you start? Present yourself.
Yes, of course. So my name is Gabriele. I'm 13 years old and I'm living in Rio de Janeiro. I'm from Rio Grande do Sul, but now I'm living in Rio de Janeiro. I'm a scientist, so I work in my postdoc research. And I studied English for many years ago. I don't know exactly how many years, but the last 2 years, I'm trying to speak well in English. So I did some classes, some conversation classes, and started to participate in TNT. This is my, I think this is my third participation in classes here.
Oh, that's great. You're talking you're doing so good, doing so good. It's a pleasure to be, that you could be here with us. Bruna, could you present yourself for us, please?
Of course. My name is Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. I have 2 sons. I work with a public service in government. And I think so.
Great, thank you. And you, Breno?
Wait, I was muted. So I'm Breno. I'm 30 years old. I got a pet, which is called Rapadura. It's an English Bull Terrier. I live in the northeast of Brazil in a place called Tianguá, Ceará, which is cold. It's not hot because we live in the top of a hill. And yes, you all are invited to come when you want. And we have a lot of waterfalls and nature around. And I've been studying English for about 5 years, I think. But I'm preparing myself to do the IELTS test soon. So that's the reason I am looking for experiences to communicate more with others. And yes, I think it is for now. Thanks. I'm gonna pick Ulysses.
Hi guys, my name is Ulysses Ferreira. I'm from Brazil, but I've been living in Montreal, Canada. I'm a business administration, but I'm studying business intelligence here. I'm 38 years old. That's it. And the last year I got some talk, but this year it's my second time because I'm so busy. But I I love to talk with Brazilian and improve my English here. It's a nice environment.
Thank you, Ulysses. Since when you are here? You are there in Montreal.
Yeah, I come in January. January, yeah. I'm my first month here.
Oh, and how it has been? Is going
I
great? Is some difficulties?
Oh, some difficult because here they speak more French than English,
I see.
but I'm studying French here too. It's a good
Oh,
experience. Yeah.
great. Here on TNT, there's also
Yeah,
meetings for French.
yeah, yeah,
You can
yeah,
go for it as well. Thank you, thank
but I
you.
don't have enough time. But I need.
Awesome, thank you. Claudio, please go ahead.
So, hello guys, my name is Claudio. I'm 38, I'm from Guarulhos, São Paulo. And with a lot of guys, then I work with IT. And I try to improve my English and study with you and TNT. I think it's my third month that I in this platform study English with you. It's have been great.
Awesome, Charles, please.
My name is Charles Lopes, 42 years old, two daughters, marriage. I'm agricultural engineer. I was born in Brasilia, but nowadays I live in Santarém City, north of Brazil, Pará State, Amazon forest region. And good to see you, Ulysses. I have been participate TNT for a long time ago, maybe September the last year, but not too often because I don't have too much time. And I'm happy for come back right now.
Oh, Charles has a good memory. He remembers Ulysses. Just for you guys that doesn't know me yet, I am Ana Laura. I am 25. I live in Cruzeiro, São Paulo, and I work as a lab analyst in the dairy industry here in Cruzeiro. And on my free time, I like to do some running and read books. So let's go to the questions, okay? So the first one, let me see. Charles, could you read for us out loud and then answer it and pick someone to answer after you?
All right. 1 minute. Let me check. Why do language develop different accents? What factors can influence our accent? So, in my point of view, I guess the environmental there we live, it's a fundamental way to give you some accent. I have some experience, I guess through the Brazil, like I lived in Brasilia. Oh, I was born in Brasilia. I lived in Minas Gerais. I lived in Bahia, Tocantins, and now Pará. And I can feel a lot of and listen a lot of accent through Brazil. I guess that's it. I guess it's environmental. For me, that's it. I can choose someone.
Yep.
Claudio, can you?
Yes. So I don't know, maybe around the world, mainly in Brazil, you have people that came the different place, and it's a blend with the people the other countries. So I don't know why born the accents, but I think I traveled to work in another city the last month. Vitória, they speak have a strong accent, color like people in Minas Gerais speaking. I don't know what the accent, but I think it's important to have a real accent because shows for everybody how who are you and how are you from. So for me, it's normal to deal with the people that have an accent. And you, Bruno?
So it's like you, I don't know why, but I think it's because the different culture you have in the world, and I think it's good. So access, we have access because it is. I think it's the identification for the people, no? So I think it is this. I think it's very curious the different accents in Brazil, uh, because you identify the people for the region, it's very great, no? And you, Ulysses, what do you think about in Canada? I think it's have a lot of accents because a lot of many country, many people in the many country in the world, you know?
Yes, yes. Here there are a lot of Englishes, Indian English, European English. There are a lot of accents, but I think it's the important fact. It's colonization, uh, because I think the other language uh, developed uh, with a mixed with a native language and European language. I think it's an important fact to building the actual the language nowadays. So, for example, Brazil, it's big, big country. So some parts one accent, other parts another, and really in south there are European accent, north a different. It's different, but it's so difficult question. I'm not sure about that.
That's okay. That's okay. It's just to try. Let's try to answer, not give a right answer. Just to discuss, right? And you, Breno, what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I think it's funny because there is this concept of speaking, especially in Brazil, we have this concept of speaking other language like in our own language. It's so funny when you are in an airport, for example, and then you see some Brazilians talking like the Brazilian accent, like, okay, champion, come here, champion, let's see this, you know, you can see the nuances of the language, and it's funny to see. I had this experience seeing someone else, and I know that I have accent too, but I think that in other languages more easy to get these influences, because I'm the on the team that believe that accent is easy to get if you are involved in that culture. But I'm not sure if it can happen in your own language, you know. For example, people in Brazil, when they are like 30 years old, like me, and they travel to Curitiba, for example, or São Paulo, and they come back talking like, you know, Paulista or Curitibanos. I don't believe that, but I believe that when you are talking to Americans and you live, for example, in a state, in the United States, for example, New York, that people speak so fast, then you speak English so fast, you know. But okay, I respect people that believe that you can get accents in your own language, but I don't believe that. But in other languages, yes, I believe it. And I think it is for now.
Got it, got it. Yeah, I agree with you with some points. I think Gabriele didn't answer yet. Please go ahead.
So when I think about my accent, I know I live in different regions in Brazil, and I'm from the south, but now I'm living in Rio de Janeiro. So here I met a lot of people who speak totally different with me. And sometimes I get some accents with these people. Not the way that modify my accent, but maybe some expressions and or the way that these people talk with me, and I'm trying to do in the same way. So recently I have a good experience because I travel abroad, and I have the opportunity to meet a lot of people with different accents. From I traveled to Switzerland, and in the meeting in the training that I was participating, there is a lot of people from Swiss, but French and Germany and South Africa, and all these people were talking English, but everyone had an accent, a different accent. So my brain was so confused, because sometimes I try to understand what someone are speaking in English, but with a French accent in another way. In the other moment, I need to understand what other people are talking in the same language, English, but with German accent. So for me, it's totally difficult, but it was a good experience, because it was a good way to understand English, to learn how to understand what the people are talking, but with different accents. So this is a good way to learn a language with the accent of the other people.
Oh, awesome. It's really a great opportunity, right? To have these contacts with different accents, and you can really know what people are talking with all these nuances on the language, right? It's great. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with, I think Bruna mentioned it, right? That is cultural aspects, right? Can have a big influence, right? And I think maybe the context, maybe some people's backgrounds and experience of that people, people of that region, specific region, that molds the way they express themselves, right? I think maybe I will think of this answer for the first question. But I think that we kind of answered the second one. I want to skip, now that Gabriele mentioned it, about for the, let me see, question number 6. Is there a standard accent for the English language? Did you ever heard some English accent or dialect that you had some difficulty in understanding? Gabi and Ulysses mentioned that they have this experience abroad and they have this contact, but I want to know from maybe Breno, you.
Yeah, wait, what is the question? Sorry.
Number six. Number six.
Okay, is there any standard accent for the English language? Did you ever heard some English accent? Yeah. Okay. I also had this experience abroad. I traveled to the United States, I think 3 times. But believe me, it's totally different because I'm here talking to you, and by the way, I think more free to talk to you, but when I'm with them, I just freeze. Because I think that they are judging me. They are, paying attention to the way I speak, and I feel like freezed. So it's totally different. And about understanding, I think it's okay. I can understand well. It depends from people, each one has this facility or difficulty to understand more. But for me, it was nice because as they know that I'm foreign, they speak slower for me sometimes. Okay, it's not everybody. I went to a really calm place in southern place of the United States where people speak with a lot of accent. It was in Georgia, United States. So in Georgia, people speak like Alabama and the southern accent. All that southern accent, that you don't understand what they're saying. So it was hard for me sometimes, but it was good. It was good because I liked that, and it was nice. And yeah, I think I just answered the question, but you can ask me.
Awesome, Breno. This is a tough one, accent. I have a big difficulty in understanding this one. Maybe the Jamaican and the Indian is particular. They are particularly.
I like to catch the words. For example, the phrasal verbs or words. They speak you all like y'all, for example.
Yeah.
And I like to say that, for example. I like to say that. I don't believe it's an accent. I think it's more sounds more like a way of speak something. It's something like you have, for example, in Curitiba, piá or menino, or you have different ways to say the same word, for example, So I like that because it's more cultural than just words. It's more cultural than, Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, great. And what about you, Charles?
I don't have too much experience with the English language like some guys here. And I cannot speak English too many times. I start a few months ago, but I had some experience with Indian people, and definitely I don't like their accent, and I like more African accent. For me, it's more soft. And maybe England, because I'm like a more beautiful accent. I guess that's it.
Thank you.
What do you think, Claudio?
For me, I don't have the opportunity to travel abroad yet, but I work with IT. Sometimes I need to open tickets to solve problems in my company. So I have opportunity to talk with native of United States, but I think it was I don't know, they speak, because they work here at Microsoft, they speak very, how can I say? They speak a little bit slow and don't use any kind of slang or accent, they try to speak correctly. I think that's the term. But I need to open some cheeks to talk with Indians. So for me, it's very hard to understand them because they blend the Indian, the accent Indian with English. For me, it's very hard to understand. And I have class with people, teacher from England. It's very cool to talk with the people from England, but the accent they have it, for me, it's kind of a little bit boring because they speak slowly and they want to speak very beautiful and polite. So for me, it's weird, you know. But that's what was the experience that I had, and the most difficult that I had was the people from India.
Got it. Got it.
I think that's
Awesome.
the reason there are different English namings on the web. For example, you have the United States English, American English, Indian English. It's funny when you are using the computer and you have to choose, for example, something about you, about your accent. Or
Yeah, yeah. And you, Bruna, what are your thoughts about it? Could you share with us?
Well, I think every time I listen in the United States English, the American, so sometimes if it's difficult for me to understand the people in the UK. But now in the other platform, I need to try my English with a native, but native or people to speak the English. So sometimes I choose a person with the South American, and they speak different for me. This accent is different, and sometimes it's difficult to understand him. But I think because in the platform, it's only teacher learning English, so they speak slow, so it's very great for to understand though. But I think it's I think I didn't speak the person Indian person for I think it's I don't know if easy to understand because I think the accent is very different. No, I think it's this.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And you, Ulysses, you want to share something else that you go through there in Montreal?
No, I agree with you about the Indian accent. And for me, it's harder. It's Indian, Pakistan, and Iranian. But the hardest it's the Quebecois English because they mixed English with French.
oh,
And the first month is so difficult for me because they, for example, oh, I'm going to Epseri. Oh, what's that? Epseri? Oh, supermarket. Epseri supermarket. Oh, take the shares for me. Oh, what is shares? Oh, share. Oh, take the share for me. So he is so hard.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have
And
to know the basics of French at least, right? The basics.
yeah. It's but it's it's one part of the culture, no, because it's all the countries speak English, only Quebec speak French with the first language, and this mix it's a part of the accent.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah.
I think it's the same here in Brazil. Sometimes we speak when I need to speak Spanish, I speak Portuñol, no? Because sometimes you speak
Definitely.
both, and the word is Portuguese, the other is Spanish. It's very confused, you know. But the people comprehend us. I think it's true.
Yeah, just like, oh, go ahead, please.
In the French, it's the same way because they speak French, and in the finish they talk bye bye, no au revoir, you know. Oh, bye bye. Train station in French, it's le gare, and they use a train station here.
Ulysses,
Not
what about
the
the
gare.
signs, for example?
Only in France. Do you know?
What about the signs, for example, on the streets? You have French and English, or just French? The signs, for
Oh,
example, when you're on the bus station or something.
all the city, all the province, it's in French. The streets, the advice, transit, the government documents
Oh man,
in French. Yeah, yeah.
only in Quebec, right?
Only Quebec, yes.
Okay.
Got it. Very interesting. Oh, Gabi is missing. I was gonna ask her. I hope that she come back. I will accept her. Maybe she having some problems with her internet. So we were talking about these different accents, and some of you guys mentioned it that you think some accents are more difficult or more beautiful, and I saw that the 80 question is not complete, and I want to ask you guys about it.
We don't listen to you, Anna.
Oh, sorry, guys. Did you guys listen anything that I said? No. Oh, sorry, guys. Let me just, you guys were mentioning that you think that there are some accents that are more beautiful or more difficult than others. And I saw that the 80 question is not complete. So I sent it again because it's a important topic that I want to discuss with you. But now that Gabriele has returned, welcome back, Gabi. I was gonna ask
sorry,
you.
my internet was unstable.
That's okay.
Now
That's
I
okay.
think it's okay.
So before we move to the question number 8, that I think that is an important topic, I was gonna ask you if you wanna share something else that you have experienced about this contact with different accents. Gabriel.
Sorry, sorry, it's cutting. Can you repeat, please?
So, sure. So, before we go to the question number 8, that I think that is an important topic to discuss, I was gonna ask you if you wanna share something else about this experience that you had with different accents.
Yeah, I agree with Breno when he told about when you are in a different country that speak in English, and sometimes we feel frozen with the language because we are so afraid to make mistakes in another language, and not only mistake, but because not only mistakes, but also, and when I didn't travel abroad many times, but I had some experiences, and I remember that for me, the UK accent and the South Africa and the Indian accent were the most difficult to understand, because not only because the accent, but also the way that people talk to me so fast. So these two things together, for me, it was a big challenge to understand what people are talking to me. And about my accent, I think when you are open to make mistakes and accept our accent, I think we are more comfortable to speak with other people and learn with other people. So sometimes I felt like I felt afraid to show my accent, and people thought about, oh, this girl don't speak English so well, and in sometimes I lost a good opportunity to train my language. So I think when we are free with this, when we are open to accept the way that we speak, and maybe realize that it is normal, it is a good way to learn more. This is the best way to improve our language, and maybe accept the way that we talk.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with you. And just like Breno mentioned it here on the chat, I agree. There is no standard English accent. You know, I was just that's why I put the I don't know how to say in English, aspas, because some people think that yeah, the American and English UK English are thought as a standard all over the world, because I don't know, they are more common. But yeah, it's just like the girl on the video said, it's about communication. You effectively communicate. It doesn't matter if you have this tiny gritty that she said, that are that's maybe the sparkle, right? And when you are talking, and it could be a good way to start a conversation, right? Because imagine how boring it would be if everybody speak as the same way, right? That's it. I agree with you and Breno.
And if a person understand to you, maybe if we had an accent or make mistakes in English, but people are understand you. This is the main point. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you don't even need to say the whole phrase. For example, you just need to say sometimes 3 words on a phrase, and the people understand you. You know, because they know that you are foreign. You know, and you must be wondering and thinking, okay, this Breno speaks good, okay, but when I am talking to a native, it's totally different. I forget words, and I think I feel totally dumb sometimes. And I feel like, oh my God, it's totally blank. I forget everything. So the best way it's going like Gabriele says, and keep going. And I'm here for the second time, and I will keep here talking to you, because I want to be better to talk to natives, because I think the best way is just going, and even if you are speaking wrong or not, just keep going.
Yeah, definitely. Go easy on it. Claudio, please go ahead.
Okay, I have a question for Ulysses, Breno, and I think Gabriel, because when I talk with the people from United States, they usually ask me, "Are you from Spain?" They never ask for me if I'm from Brazil, so they have the experience, the kind of the experience. I don't know why they think that I'm from Spain.
Do you mean Spain, the country?
Yes, they ask me, "Are you from Spain?" they never ask for me, are you from Brazil? I don't know why. They think that I have the accent from Spain.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
I don't know. You have this situation.
I'm not sure about Spain, but I'm sure actually that native speakers always get confused and do a misunderstanding about our language. They think that Brazilians speak Spanish and that Spanish. So I think that as Portuguese and Spanish are so similar, sound similar, I think they, may ask you if you are from Spain, and I don't know about your look like too, because I look like a Mexican sometimes, and they think I am Spanish sometimes too. So yeah, it depends on the situation. But, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they didn't talk with a lot of Brazilians, so they can recognize it as well.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
I think sometimes it's because, for example, when I go to Disney, I'm afraid to speak English. So many times I spoke. Do you speak Spanish? And for the other person, so I think because I think it's why they think we import in Brazil speak Spanish. I think so.
And if
So
you go to Miami, get prepared, guys, because you need to know Spanish.
Spanish, yes.
Spanish in Miami, they all speak all Spanish on the airport, at least. It's funny.
Yes,
And
it's
they
true.
don't even care if you understand or not. They will keep speaking Spanish to you. And don't try to speak English with them. Just don't try. It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah,
Great.
and there's the problem, the world don't know the Brazil enough. All the people here, oh, you are Brazilian, you speak Spanish, no? Oh, no,
Yes.
no. Latina speak Spanish, no, but Brazil, we speak Portuguese. Why?
Yeah, that's why I would like to learn Spanish too, just to say then that I know Spanish, to say then in Spanish that I don't speak Spanish. That's why I
Yeah.
want to
One
learn.
Iranian friend uh, took me a map with the South America. Show me all the countries here speak Spanish.
It's
Yes,
funny. We are
you're sure?
surrounded. We are
You're
surrounded
right.
by
But
Spanish
Brazil
countries.
speak Portuguese. Yeah,
I feel special about that. I feel special.
yeah. But now I think it's better if the Brazil teach Spanish in
Of
like
course, I
school.
agree. I agree.
I think the integration is better.
Yeah, maybe. Gabi, please go ahead.
I agree with Luis because maybe sometimes people don't know about what language Brazilian speaks. So maybe this is the reason that sometimes people ask us, "Oh, are you Spanish?" So this is, I think you are correct. And another thing that I thought that maybe I can share with you is that sometimes people who speak Spanish doesn't understand our Portuguese, but we understand people who speak Spanish. This is, I don't know why it happens, but I I have some colleagues that speak Spanish and they don't understand Portuguese, but I can understand them. So I don't know why it happens.
The little strange little thing. Guys, before we go, I wanna ask Charles about the question number 8. You that travel all around Brazil, if you about the 80 question, about accentism. And if you have ever experienced yourself or seen someone having this experience of prejudice about the way they speak.
No, I have been travel abroad, but in South America, Spanish language. About English, I don't have any experience. But the last part of the question, have you ever experienced accentism in your mother language? I guess this part I used to have a lot of experience because I live in more than 4 states in Brazil. And I think it's normal, and we have some prejudice like Nordestino accent, and I can feel this in here in north of Brazil. I can feel this. I can see because people here, they have accent and they don't admit this, and they have they prejudice accent from
Yeah, I think it happens to
Nordestine
everybody.
person. I don't know why, but that's it. All right.
Yeah, it's true.
That's it.
Yeah. We can see the way that we have our accents, right? Because we are so used to it. Just like the girl in the video. Oh, I sounded just like the people on TV. I don't have an accent, but we all have an accent, right? When I went to college, I remember that everybody was laughing a little bit about the way that because I have a caipira accent, you know.
Where are you from, actually?
I'm from São José dos Campos. It's a city in the countryside of the state of São Paulo, and we speak porta, por favor, and but I like my accent. Let me see. Maybe just to finish, Bruna could answer the 80 question as well.
Well, I think I didn't accept in the English, but the second part of the question, I think it's very interesting, the software regions in Brazil, in the northeast regions too. But I think like Charlie said, it's true. Some people sometimes don't speak, so they don't have acceptance. But I think it's very hard to the northeast. And let me see more. Sometimes the first question that Brendo asked, the answer is he told that it's impossible, sometimes impossible, the people go to São Paulo, go to Minas, and accept. So I think I work as a gaúcho, and sometimes, yeah, sometimes I imitate the mother they speak. I think it's beautiful because it's singing. No, Guria, como tu estás? I think it's very great. And the other person, when I speak, he told me, he's asked me if I gaúcho. So no, I'm Brazilian, because here in Brasilia, the person don't have a accent. no, because it has a lot of people, the other regions in the Brazil. So I think so. I think it's this.
So guys, we're running out of time. Thank you for everything. Yeah, Gaúchos speak singing. It's a beautiful accent. I have to close the meeting because it's going, Assemblies has another one at 9 o'clock. Thank you guys so much. Sorry for everything, anything that I made some mistakes, but this is my first time and I hope to see you guys on the next week on the same.
Congrats. And
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ana.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a great day.